Okay, so about ready to kick the tournament off now. I just thought I'd do a quick round one video. Now we're actually waiting for the lost leader to accept a ticket. There was a bit of a mix-up where he entered the wrong team, so we've just sent that back. In the meantime, I have added an AI team, and once I've done the draw, I will remove that team. So if I click Start Competition, automatic seeding, here we go. So first match, we've got a Terrible Idea versus Inner Beauties. So just as a recap of the teams, where's a Terrible Idea? Okay, that was Pyro with his rats, fresh rats. So we've got just your standard rat team against Inner Beauties, which is Nurgle. Nurgle lacking any tackle, but they do have one block, Mighty Blow. So we've got about 300 worth of inducements in that one. Bit of a hard one to call that. Like, this isn't overly developed. It's not bad draw for the rest. If they can get in at the core of the rat team and maybe remove a couple of gut runners, then this Nurgle team might have a good shot. But if not, there's a decent chance that Pyro will be able to run a few touchdowns in. Okay, next is Grubnick's Boys versus Where Orcs Dare. So we've got X Orc team here against Where Orcs Dare. Okay. Alright. Okay, so Where Orcs Dare. So obviously one Orc team going out, and I would imagine, unless the dice really start to favour Pain of Doom, it will be this team that will struggle, being about 500 TV down on that one. It might be a bit of a slugfest. It might come down to a few dice. We shall see. Then we've got the Dark Judges versus Perp. So Dark Judges is Styx, Uber, Undead team. Very killy, very strong across the board. Against Perp. Whoa. Okay, so this is completely fresh brats. I mean, they're basically doubling their value in inducements. I really can't see this team surviving against that undead lot. They'll have to use their inducements really, really well. Maybe a couple of bribes, bringing the dirty player, maybe bring Griff, Wizard, things like that. It might even consider a chef, I guess, at that sort of level of inducements. And they just need to be like really, really clinical. But I think Shez will really struggle in that matchup. Greentown Gut Squishers versus Avit. So Greentown Gut Squishers, another Orc team. This is the one with the two goblins, quite a big roster, coming in at 1640. Against, who was that? Avit, which I believe is a pretty fresh Orc team. So again, with the mirror happening, I think this Orc team are really going to struggle. Again, having to use their inducements really well. Load that. Okay, we've got Sansa Flynn against the Jolly Nice Boys. Russ will be really happy with this. Obviously, we've got Halflings, and a little bit of Sure Feet, a little bit of Sprint. Trees are okay, getting a bit of development. Against my lot, where are my lot? So against the Goblins, fair bit of sidestep. I mean, like I said in the preview, not much going on. Stunty v stunty, anything could happen. Going to be carnage. I think we're both reasonably happy to avoid the really kind of hardcore teams. Ogre Health Activist versus Happy Thoughts. So we have got camos. Ogres, again, like this ball carrying ogre is a real star, and we've got a couple of block backing it up. Is it only 5 ogres on this roster? So you can't kind of one short, but it feels right out with the Noblars, so there's probably a lot of fouling that's going on here. Who were they up against? Happy Thoughts. I think that's that Norse. Yeah. So AV7. The ogres are going to be happy with that, and they can probably go through this team reasonably easily. I would say the only chance that I would give the Norse is if they can get in at the Nobblers and really thin down those numbers, but there's a lot of killing that needs to happen in order to have that. So rare to say it, but I'd probably fancy the ogres in that one. And then we got Tudor Riders and probably Frost. I think that might be the AI team actually. Yep, let's expel them now. Against the Frogs. Where are you, Benny? There. So reasonably decent kind of frog team. Remember in the preview I questioned maybe needs a little bit of wrestle or a little bit of strip ball, and they'll be going up against fresh orcs. So they're probably quite fancy it, but they're going to be down about 500 TV, and they've only got 12 on the roster and notoriously squishy. So if they can keep going at the ball and pop it free, then they will be fine. If not, if these orcs can get in there and kind of start to remove them, then it gives them this chance to get some SPPs on the board and possibly progress. I fancy the Frogs overall, but I wouldn't rule out those orcs. And then we got Hort versus. Okay, so we've got Azzy's orcs at 1950. Very well developed, very killy. I like this team. I think they're going to do really well. Against, is that Lizards? Where are they? Yep, down here, Bolterplop. Slightly underdeveloped. Really, like the free saws without any block. You're going to be hitting with them really. It's going to, they're kind of turnover machines potentially. They might get away with it. We've also got like a Swords Hill with a Niggle. So I would fancy the Orcs to take this one, but you never know with Lizards. They can match the Orcs easily in the strength department, and they can maybe kind of keep the ball away with them with the Skinks. Just double check tackle levels here. Yeah, 3 tackle. I think the Lizards are going to find it hard to deal with those Orcs, to be honest. And with all the mighty blow, they're going to be taking a few hits. So yeah, be interesting to see how it goes in the first round. I'm going to kind of give a deadline for a week on Sunday, but that's going to be a flexible one really, because we're starting a little bit late around the Christmas period. But I won't be rolling before that into the next round. Okay, so good luck in your games.